Hello, everybody. I'm back. So, number one is before I delete my board, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Why am I telling you what I'm doing? Because the best thing for me to do in life right now is teach. So, many of you have been asking me, how do you stay healthy? How do you keep up with all the things in life? Well, just like you, I have a busy life and I have the same 24 hours a day. I don't have any more or any less than you do. So, organization is a big, big deal for me. In order for me to stay active, I have to get up sometimes 4:30 in the morning, sometimes 5:30, sometimes I wait until 6, but I know it's Texas weather gets hot. So, if I want to go for a walk at the park, I have to get up early. If I want to take my daughter to school, I have to wake up even earlier. So, organization is number one, is key for me to be able to accomplish everything that I accomplish in a 24 hours day. And then, of course, my sleep is valuable. I need my rest to recover and recharge. And that's why I organize my day in so many ways. If I want to have time to make my juice, my green juice, I have to wake up early. Anyway, I'm about to delete my board because I'm going to start working on a project, but I thought about sharing it with you. Many of you may not recognize it, some of you may. This is me working the master steps of Tony Robbins' um, Awaken the Giant Within. So I've been reading the book. I love it. I listened to it. I listened to Tony Robbins for many years. So this is something that's helped me get organized and motivated and propel to do things. So this is very fast how I'm working, and I'm probably not the expert, but this is how I do it. So if you're wanting to get started, I definitely recommend it. Reading the book Awaken the Giant Within, and this is the exercises that comes with the book, so you have to do your homework. um, on Saturdays I usually don't do much work, so I am starting to put all my personal growth work for Saturdays, which is my relaxing day, reading books and doing this kind of exercises to help me improve me. And that is what I recommend you if you want to have a productive life. The master system has 6 steps. The decision and standards, they have created, or he has created, NAC, which is the Neuro-Associative Conditioning, and then belief architecture, priming and power questions, values, rules, a master system, and then the identity expansion. That sounds like a lot of words. That might not mean much to you, but I'm going to break it down really quickly and tell you what it means to me. So, decision and standards, core, focus, and objective is this area in the middle, and then the primary exercise, which is more personal, is over here on the side. Decision and standards. So I'm raising my personal baseline standards and turning shoulds into must. So if I have to do things, it's not I should be doing this project. It's more like I must do this project by Friday. Period. Um, then it comes the neuro-associative conditioning, which is something that Tony Robbins has emphasized and make himself who he is using this, is rewiring behavior and emotional neuropathways. And he uses pain and pleasure, and that's what I'm doing. I'm rewiring my behavioral and emotional pathways using pain and pleasure. I want to get away from being broke, being poor, being always trying to pick up another shift to make some money, to I'm done with it. So I want to step away from pain and move into pleasure. I want to be able to be with my parents more often and enjoy their lives. I want to be with my family, my children, my husband, and enjoy my life a little bit better. Well, I have to organize myself and work in a certain way to make that happen. So, to interrupt those patterns, I have to decide what my pleasures are. And it's my primary exercise is decide what do I really want from life. At this point, I have everything in life that I need and want, but there is a desire, which is I really need to start generating money, income with my business. And I need to maintain a work life balance that is very important for preventing burnout. So, in order to do that, I'm going to do right there, step number 3. It comes from here, sorry. Number 1, I decide what to focus on. And that is my goal, generating income from my program, the program that I'm working in. That's what's going to generate my income. Number 2, I decide what things mean to me. If somebody says something mean to me, is it going to hurt me? Am I going to take it personal? Is it going to ruin my day? Is it going to prevent me from working and being productive? Done with it. Done with your drama. Your drama belongs to you. It does not belong to me. So I'm not going to take it. I'll listen to you if you're coming to me for advice. And then I'm going to give you the advice. And then I'm going to let you go and solve your own problems. I will give you the tools, the direction, the support, but I cannot solve the problems for you. So that's part of me deciding what things mean to me. Next, it's going to be I decide what to do to create the results I desire. So I am going to prioritize what is important in my life to achieve the goals that I have, which is start generating a lot of money through my program. So, number 2, get leverage. I need leverage. Pain and pleasure. Big leverage right there. If I don't have money, I don't have pleasure, period. So, what has held me back in the past? I need to really find out what things have been holding me back. Well, distractions, of course, lack of focus. I go on one project and then continue on another and finish half of this, and then I have like 20 different projects going on. That's got to stop. It's got to stop today. In order for me to achieve my goals, I have to stay focused, laser focused. You hear me? Laser focused. So I'm going to start being laser focused. That's my leverage. I'm going to remember the cost of losing money, losing time, losing cars, losing houses, properties, anything that has been in your past that is bad. Maybe if you stop crying and sobbing about it and you start looking at it as, hey, I don't ever want to be in this position again. That is your leverage for focusing on your goals today. So I'm going to receive massive pleasure. How? Because I'm going to think about all the financial freedom and financial stability that I'm going to have if my project starts generating money. So that's going to give me pleasure. My brain doesn't know, like Tony Robbins said, if the pleasure is happening right now or in the future, because my brain doesn't know. If I just imagine it strong enough, I'm going to feel it. I'm going to feel the sensation that I have when I achieve my goal, when the bank account is at a number that I want, that I like, when I don't have to worry about making my monthly payments because I have enough in my bank account. That is the pleasure that I'm going to receive if I work hard enough. So by me thinking that it has already happened, I visualize it, my brain is just going to believe that it's happening, and it is. So there you go, starts happening. Then I remember the cost of the pain of losing, of not having money, and now I understand and visualize the pleasure of having financial freedom. That's my leverage. Number 3 is going to be interrupt limiting belief patterns. So I have, I come from a poor country. None of my parents have a college degree. So even when I try to think about generating income, I have limiting beliefs like, hey, you're a nurse. You're supposed to be nice and kind and respectful and loving and giving. You shouldn't be all about money. You shouldn't be thinking about money. Who said that? My brain says that. My brain is like, well, you come from a poor family, therefore maybe you should be poor and you should be happy with being poor. And if you're a good Christian, then you should be happy with being poor. Those are all the limiting beliefs that I have in my brain that are telling me, don't go towards money. Give things for free. Just give everything away. You don't have to don't charge people that much. Wait, I also need to eat. I also need to pay my bills. I also need to give money for my kids' school lunches, So I need to understand that my relationship with money has to change. No more poor mentality. This is the way that I'm going to be able to say, this is what my program is valued at. This is what my program is going to give you. I'm going to help you get to what you need, your goals, achieve your goals in your health and your personal life. Therefore, this is the exchange. I'm giving you something valuable and you're giving me the money that is worth paying for something that is valuable. So, moving on, we got leverage. I got to interrupt my limiting beliefs. How do I interrupt my limiting beliefs? I can focus because distractions is one of my limiting beliefs. It happens often. So I have to tell myself, I can focus. I am doing it now. It must be done now. Zero negotiation, no procrastination. There's no better time than now. I'm sorry, you can't see it. There's small letters. I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it up on the video. But in the back of my mind, there's a sound, a voice that says, I don't know how to do that. But I don't know how to do that. But excuses. Well, true. But Tony Robbins also says, belief architecture. Belief architecture is how you restructure your thoughts again. And I know this might be over your head or it might be oversimplistic. I don't know, depending on who you are. But this is how it worked for me and this is how I understand it. And by me explaining it to you, I'm learning it at the same time. So bear with me. His belief architecture means that you have to start dismantling limiting beliefs and certainty and constructing empowering reinforces. Let's go with the table example. So there's a tiny little table there, and the table is your belief. Whether it's right or wrong is your belief, and your brain has those little legs to support the belief. So he he says in his videos, when you have a limiting belief, the brain will bypass like 10 different things that oppose that belief just to find the reason that 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 will support that table, the legs. So for example, I go to work and I say, well, people don't like me at work. That's my limiting belief because maybe I have a fear that people won't like me. So I go into work and then somebody passes by and doesn't say hello. So my brain is going to say, see, there you are. That person that just walked by didn't say hello to you. And then is going to support that limiting belief that I'm not liked at work, but is going to totally ignore that three different people already told me hello in the parking lot, in the main entrance, and in the lobby. You see? So that's how your brain works. And because it works to protect you from the dinosaurs, and we don't have dinosaurs right now, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing when it comes to progress and business. So we have to dismantle those limiting beliefs, and I need to create empowering alternatives. What does that mean? That means, well, yes, the argument that you're going to put within yourself, with your brain, when the excuses come up. Well, how are you going to make money? How are you going to do that? If you come from a poor country, if your parents don't have an education, how are you going to do that, Jancy? Well, I'm going to tell myself a very good argument that is like, well, guess what? Yes, but I was able to educate myself. I was able to learn English. I was able to speak English, write it, read it, and speak it. And I've learned other languages. And I also went to basic training in the military, and I did really good. I got undergrad, and I have overcome many of my emotions. I don't live in a roller coaster of emotions anymore. I'm not so reactive. I'm very independent. I have made a lot of income in my past. I have college degree, and I've had amazing jobs where I generated a lot of money. So those are beliefs that support my little table over there, and it's going to support my goal, which is generating more money with all the knowledge and all the experience that I've acquired through life as a nurse, as a health coach, and as a friend. What is priming over there? It says priming and power questions. Directing conscious focus to elevate daily emotional and mental states. Ask good questions. Don't ask anymore dumb questions like, I don't know how to do that. Well, learn, get better at it. Put into yourself all that time that you're wasting watching Netflix and, I don't know, being on social media. Take that time to learn things, to educate yourself, to make yourself a green smoothie so you can have the body that you want. Number 5, values and rules master system. What the core focus and objective is aligning conscious hierarchies and eliminating internal conflict. What is that going to look like? Conditioning new patterns, create and maintain new good habits. That's in the morning and at night. So if you get up early, you make your bed. If you take a cold shower, by the time you come out and get dressed all the way to your shoes, and I love the fly lady. So this is something that you ladies, if you're at home and you're overwhelmed by the clutter in your rooms and your houses, you've got to look it up. Fly lady. She's awesome. I love her. She forever changed my life. But you got to condition yourself with new habits. You need to have a morning routine. You have to have even a routine to leave your house and have your keys hanging on the side of the wall so you never lose your keys. You never misplace them. You anchor also, that's from Tony Robbins. You anchor your habits. I will take my vitamins when I brush my teeth. Then you're anchoring your habit of brushing your teeth because you brush your teeth every day in the morning. Let's say, for example, that's my deal. I go brush my teeth or I drink my juice. So I anchor my behavior that I want to learn, the good habit. I want to take my vitamins every day. So I say to myself, well, every day I make me green juice. So when I drink my green juice, I will take my vitamins. And I have my green juice here on my desk and my vitamins right there where I can see them. Bingo. You're putting one habit that you're already doing next to the other. If you don't make yourself green juices in the morning and you want to start making yourself green juices in the morning, then you will say, I will make my green juice after making breakfast for my daughter. Something like that. That's an example. You anchor it. But having your morning routines and having your night routines is going to condition you to have new patterns of behaviors. And then, oh, that's a little bit different. Let's go for the last one so we can finish it up this video. Identity expansion. This is going to be redefining self concepts to match ultimate vision and purpose. So you're going to test it. You're going to test your future scenario. You're going to imagine yourself what it's going to feel like for me to have my bank account at a number that I'm comfortable with. I know what it feels like. I can pay all my bills. I don't have to worry about the car payment, the insurance. I don't have to worry about the kids needing money for the school account, or I don't, things that you know that you need, that you're not going to have to worry about it. So hey, this is awesome because I can now sit down and say, I've been working really hard to buy myself this particular vehicle that I want to be able to pay cash. I don't want to have any car payments anymore. But now I can envision myself sitting in the vehicle and driving it. I know what the AC is going to feel like, what the sound music is going to sound like. I envision it, and I'm going to test it, and I'm going to keep doing it until I make it a reality. How am I doing to react when distractions arise? Okay, so in this particular scenario, I was working my distractions. So I put it to the test, and I'm very conscious. Somebody came by in the morning and said something that could have ruined my day because they had a problem, and I tried to help them, and maybe I didn't help them good enough. And then I had to go because my time was limited. I had to go. So they weren't very grateful for the part of help that I offered them. I did help them enough for them to be able to help themselves. And so they had a little bit of internal struggle, but their struggle is theirs, not mine. So I moved on and went for my walk at the park and didn't think about them anymore, because guess what? How am I going to react to distractions when they arise before me? I'm not going to pay attention to those distractions. It is not my problem. So I'm going to leave it with them. I'm not going to think about it. And I'm going to enjoy my walk at the park and learn my gratitude, my meditation, my envisioning, and my tasks. So that's how you do it. You let go of the things that are distractions, and then you focus on the good things. And you do this and you practice that consistently. Consistently. I am sticking to my schedule, and I do not negotiate. So, yes, I could have stayed and then continue helping them and then ruin my walk and then ruin my schedule and not be at my desk on time. But I said, no, I have to have limits and I have to have boundaries. Loving, respectful, caring boundaries. Caring for them and caring for me. So I moved on and continue my schedule as it goes. That's a little note my daughter left me there. I didn't see it until now. That is so cute. Anyway, to leave you with some homework, I'm gonna do the last part where it says change my vocabulary. So I'm supposed to say, instead of I'm angry, I'm gonna say I'm curious. Now, what the heck do I want to say then? It's because it's going to diffuse anger and make an inquiry. So it's going to kind of rewire your brain, help jolt it, tend it in a different direction, take you out of that state of anger and move you into an inquiry. When you're inquiring, you're not angry. So you get away from that negative emotion and into a more proactive and positive emotion. Next one is I'm overwhelmed. Well, I'm not going to say I'm overwhelmed because I am full of opportunities. If I am overwhelmed, is because there is a lot of things going on and different things that are pulling me. So that restores the sense of agency and capacity. I am able and capable of doing so many things that right now I have a lot of things going on. So instead of being overwhelmed, I'm going to say I am full of opportunities. And the last one is I'm tired. No, I am not tired. I need to refuel. Why is it important to change that vocabulary, that way of speaking in your mind? Because it's going to shift to a state that it goes towards renewal. So I just need to recharge my battery. That sounds a little bit better than I'm tired, I can't do this. No, I got to recharge my battery. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take a break. I'm going to look outside. I'm going to look at the sun. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to do 10 push-ups. I'm just going to get up, go to the restroom, have a sip of water, whatever it takes to recharge your battery. Sit down for 10 minutes, close your eyes, recharge your battery, come back to work. So that is my 10 cents for today. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.